the Bible Roots Bible app, one of my favorite things is you tap on a word that's underlined. So the original language is Hebrew. It was written by Moses. That's the word right there in Hebrew. That's the word. That's how to pronounce it. And then the meaning of created is to create, shape, form, used only of divine creation. So that word specifically means it's divine creation. All right, so there's that feature, and you can see all the underlined things right there. Now, at the end of each verse, you can highlight it any color you want. And you can add a note and just say, God is good. Boom. Save. And then you go to your profile, and then you can go to highlights, and then it shows you your notes right there. And then another one of my absolute favorite things about this app is you can add to study sermon notes. So you go down here to the highlight marker and then add to Bible study or sermon notes, add that. One verse added. And so I go all the way down, and there it is. It shows Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It shows the author, and then where it was written, and the time, and the language. So that's awesome. Now I can name this Jesus is God in the flesh. That's the title of the sermon or of the Bible study. And so we're using Genesis 1:1 to prove this point here, because I guess that's what a sermon is, right? We're trying to prove something. Now I can go up here to the New Testament, and I can go to like John, and then all of this stuff down here is saved. So I need to reopen this. So Genesis 1:1 is still there. Now I want to add John chapter 1 verse 1. So right at the end of it, there's the highlight, and then add the Bible study sermon, and then boom, there's John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The author is John, the apostle, the beloved disciple, son of Zebedee, written in Ephesus in AD 85 to 95. Language Greek. And then also I would like to add to my sermon or my Bible study John chapter 1 verse 14. So I'm going to go all the way up here to 14 right there, and then at the end of 14 I'm going to add verse added, 14 added to study notes. Now go to the bottom. Now it's all here. Now John chapter 1 verse 14, the Word became flesh and lived among us. We saw his glory, such glory as of the one and only Son of the Father, full of grace and truth. Again, the author and all that good stuff is written down. And then you can just go to the last word, hit enter, and then you can add your supporting detail. Go to this one, I hit enter. Yeah, so those are all your supporting details. You can add all those. So at the bottom of the chapter, we're at the Pastor's Corner drop down right here. You can open and close it like that. It has all of our stuff here. We can add a supporting detail, and I'll just say it again. Jesus is God. And then we've got all of our supporting scriptures up here. And then the main point is Jesus is God. And then you hit enter, and then the supporting details. So there's that right there. Now we can hit clear our notes. We could have saved it too, but yeah, you can check out that feature too. Right here, you can look at, let's open this, and then Pastor's Tools down here, and then you can add a sermon outline. Boom. And then you can fill in any of this stuff. So in your introduction, your main point, you can do all of that. So even if it refreshes, it's going to save. Well, I didn't add nothing, so it didn't save, but Pastor's Tools, sermon outline, boom. Then there's also you can export it as well. So you hit the PDF. There it is.